Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to this lesson. In this video, I'm just going to show you how it's done. How do you make Egyptian sounding stuff? I remember 10 years ago when I'd been playing for 2 years, I really wanted to learn some Egyptian stuff, Egyptian stuff, you know what I mean, on guitar, because it just sounds so cool. And I had to watch a 10-minute video, and it's just like, why do I need to watch 10 minutes just to hear this? It's like, mate, let me just show you how it's done. Right, so absolutely anywhere, any frets, any string, right, what you do is you play two notes. All the notes that you play, it's two notes, and then there's spaces before you then play the next two notes. So it's like two notes, spaces, two notes, spaces, two notes, spaces, right? So what it is, it's two notes, then 2 frets of space, the notes again, then 1 fret of space, notes, 2 frets, notes, 1 fret. So that might sound confusing, but notes, 2 notes of space, notes, 1 note of space, and then it repeats, right? So it's the notes, just any way you want, just play 2 notes next to each other. That's all. Anywhere you play notes, it's always just 2 notes. It doesn't matter where you start, right? Okay, but I'm just gonna do it on the low E, open, and then 1st fret. Okay, so that's 2 notes next to each other, and then like I said, it's 2 notes of space before you can play the next 2 notes. So if I'm doing 0 and then 1, you can't play the 2nd and 3rd, and then you do 4 and 5. So already you've got now, just to show you, like, you can play that anywhere. So like, say 6 or 7, you skip the next 2 notes, and then you play the notes again. Right, so it's that, and then there's 1 note of space before you can play notes again. So going back to my example, so open 1, 4, 5, we've skipped the 2nd and 3rd fret, and then you skip the 6th fret, right, because there's just 1 note of space now, and then you play the notes again. And that's it, and then it just goes up the same again. So it's like from the 7 and the 8, you missed 9 and 10, because it goes like 2 notes of space, 1 note of space, 2 notes of space, 1 note of space, 2 notes of space, 1 note of space, right? And that's all it is. It's 2. You're always just playing the 2 notes, and then you miss 2 frets, you play the notes, miss 1 fret, play the notes, miss 2 frets, play the notes, miss 1 fret. Okay, so like 0, 1, 4, 5. We've missed 2nd and 3rd, and then you miss the 6th fret, the 1 space, go 7 and 8, and then you miss 9 and 10 because you've got to go miss the 2 notes again, and you play 11 and 12. And then from 11 and 12 you just miss 13 because there's just 1 note of space there. It's that simple. That is it. And the thing is, you might be thinking, okay, but how? Say if I pick a sequence, I start somewhere. So say like I start like 5 and 6 fret on the D string, and you just do like what I said. Like the notes that you're picking, like how do you know where else on the fretboard that you can play them? Because as we know, that there's the same notes everywhere. It's like, so in an octave there's all the notes that we could play, 12 notes. And then like again it goes off, there's loads of different octaves, different versions, higher versions. Okay, so it's like, right, so the sequence I have, like let's just say you've picked the sequence that I showed, like the 0, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 11, 12. How do you know where else you can play it? Well, you just work out what notes they are, and then draw out a fretboard, and then just plot all the notes across the fretboard, and that's it. Um, so, well, I won't figure out what notes are in this just to save some time. But yeah, you just figure them out, like, maybe like just, okay, E, F, G sharp, A, and then you go to the end of your octave, and then, so whichever note you start on, say you start on a 5th fret, you want to go up 12 notes higher, and then once you've reached that, you just write them notes on the fretboard. And even then, like when you're writing riffs or writing a melody, you don't really need to know. It's only if you're doing like a solo and you want to do lots of different stuff. You don't really need more than one octave. I don't even use all the notes in the octave. I usually just, when I'm messing about with this, I just play like 0, 1, 4. Maybe a bit of a 5. But yeah, that's it. Like, once you've plotted all the notes on your fretboard, you've got everything that you need to know. But also what you can do is just play notes that, like, the notes I said, just 2 notes, a gap in between, notes again, gap in between, notes again, gap in between, notes again. Because what you'll notice is, going back to the example, like once you've played notes with the 2 notes in between and played notes again, those notes are 4 and 5 in this case. Like, okay, 0, 1, miss 2 notes, 4 and 5. Then you miss 1 note, 6, and you go to 7 and 8. You'll notice that there's like this little bit, and it kind of reminds me of like a sandstorm in like a desert kind of thing, in like an Arabian desert. And you can just do it so it's just 1 note in between going up the whole thing. So say like 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. So that's like a simpler version, but it does sound a bit different. It sounds a bit darker. It's when you have the 2 note gaps, how I told you originally, you get that sort of longer sound, which makes it sound a bit more Egyptian. So here's just like with 1 gap in between, and then a bigger gap, the 2 note gap. So like the smaller gap, then the bigger gap. This sounds a bit like it opens up a bit more. But yeah, the reason why that works is because, like I said in the original one, you do have that sort of little scale where it's just with just the 1 note in between. So that's also within the whole thing, kind of. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you need if you need anything, let me know. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. God bless.